I really had no intention of doing many of the things I'm doing now. I went to medical school because my mother thought I should. And when I didn't really want to, she said, well, just apply, you probably won't get in anyway. Once I got to see the patients, it was really phenomenal. I'm Bruce Ritchie. I'm a professor of medicine at the University of Alberta. I grew up in Edmonton, finished medical school here in 1978. Yeah, that's me at my graduation in 1978. Oh, I was not a great student. I liked school, but I liked to do things my way, and so I was always a bit of an outlier.
Well, this appears to be Bruce Ritchie with a lot more hair, and it's a lot darker than it is today. I can guess that he was a pretty nice person, though, and a great person to be a classmate of.
He was the class representative, I guess, which doesn't surprise me. And he had more hair back then. I think he'd be a student who's always asking questions, maybe to the chagrin of the professor.
The University of Alberta grads have tremendous clinical experience when they go elsewhere, and that put me in a very good situation to take on a lot of responsibility. I have no idea how many pages my resume is. It's probably too long. The proudest part is actually the list of students I've had. I've had some phenomenal students, and they've gone on to great things, and I'm so proud of them.
You know, I see a lot of CVs that come across my desk. I rarely see a CV that is of this length and of this kind of detail. It's very difficult to appreciate and understand all that Bruce has done.
One thing that really inspires me about Bruce is how multidisciplinary his work has been. But we don't necessarily discuss how difficult it is. To be well-versed in so many areas that you can create new knowledge in each of them with major impact is very difficult.
I was given the position to look after a clinic for hemophilia patients. So there were about 60 hemophilia patients, and it was a comprehensive clinic. When I started treating those patients, I had no idea how big the program was going to be. By the time I handed it over to one of my young colleagues, we'd grown from about 60 patients to over 1,000.
Bruce has been instrumental in creating the Rare Blood Disorder Program that comprises of 4 different units. When he started in 1991 at the university, these rare blood disorders had no treatments. But through a lot of the work that he's done, many of these diseases now have not just one, but several treatment options.
I'm like a one-trick pony. I've just taken the same thing and done it time and time again, and it's worked out very well. It's had a huge impact on the patients. We've been able to get them to treat themselves at home. We've been able to keep them out of hospital and hopefully get them to lead a really normal life. My goal, I've told people from an economic point of view, is to take patients who would have been tax consumers and make them into taxpayers by helping them to, have a career.
I think what Bruce Ritchie does is that he goes above and beyond because he deeply cares about his patients, and that's something you can't teach, you can't learn. It's something that you have, that you feel, and that's what makes him a great doctor.
Bruce is a bit of a maverick. He doesn't like to follow the rules. He thinks outside the box whenever he thinks that we can do something more for patients.
That's all people have called me during my career, is that Ritchie, he's such a cowboy. One of the big problems in medicine is the culture, that we do things this way because that's the way we've always done it. So I like to be on the cutting edge, and there's a lot of things that have led to unnecessary death and disability, and I'm trying to fix that. If I hadn't gone to the University of Alberta, I would have had an entirely different life. So it's worked out very well. Just both my training and my career at the university has been super rewarding. Winning the Distinguished Alumni Award is really a great honor for me. Mostly during my career, I've tried to keep my head down and tried to work under the radar, as they say. To get this award means people have been paying attention and that we really have accomplished great big things. My name's Bruce Ritchie, and I'm very grateful to receive this Distinguished Alumni Award.